I'm going to start a new game here, and I'm pretty much going to do a normal game, except for I'm going to disable the tutorial missions. And, let's see here. We'll make space combat more hostile. Oh, I should have force locked it into normal mode there, so I'm not, I don't know, I never slide into creative mode. There's plenty of duplication glitches that if I'm really feeling it, I don't need to do that. Where am I? Alright, we're on a really hot planet. Is there a cave anywhere nearby? Is there any stalagmites or Yes, there are stalagmites and stalactites. Alright, so what do we usually need to do? We need to... Oh, the scanner works. Is that part of the tutorial mission? Does it automatically give me all the stuff that it would have me repair and build? Oh yeah, no kidding. Want my ship. Yeah, my ship is already fixed too. Wow, that's... Man, that's like the whole how-to video. Alright, well we're going to pretend I still need to do all this stuff. Alright. First things first, we need our elements. So, cobalt for batteries. If you're making... Or if you're collecting sodium for hazard protection, you're a chump. It takes so long. I'm really out of touch with the new player experience here. I need some rocks. Are these mineable rocks here? No, it's just decorative rocks. What's this? You know what? I am going to need sodium at some point. Might as well get some cave marrow. How about these things? What are these made out of? Carbon? Alright, I need that too. Like, a common thing I see people running into is the full inventory, you know, early in the game. Part of it is because they don't realize that you can get inventory upgrades at every system. And the other part is there's so much crap that the game tries to give you that you don't need. It's not worth holding on to. Oh, let's see here. What is that? Pickled peppers. Yep. Fire berries. You can use plants and food, and you could even shoot little animals to get meat that will restore your health if that's what you need happen. Let's see what we got here. Got beetle-tailed aardvarkadillo. What's this guy? Like a stegosaurus dog. Maybe I'll name everything too. Maybe we'll do that this time around. Oh, what do we got here? And the guy can see in 4 dimensions. Not much money, but it is money. Probably never going to come back to the first planet. So there's no point in waiting until I have scanner upgrades to scan all this stuff. Just for the couple of dollars it would make me. There, I assume these are ferrite dust? Yeah. Ferrite dust, and I got a big batteries. Oh no, it gave me a full hazard protection too starting out. I wasn't starting out nearly dead. Man, what did the tutorial missions teach you other than I hate playing the game? Like, I know, when I first started playing, I had no idea what to do. And if it hadn't been for, you know, some of the OGs and their how-to videos, like Survival Bob, Beeble Bomb, Jason Plays, Captain Steve, those guys, like, I probably would have stuck with it because I do like to struggle with games, but like, it was very frustrating. And it didn't help that there was a bunch of like, you know, bad word of mouth about the game going around. A lot of people were disappointed with how it launched. And definitely were not promoting it. But those guys were having a good time with it. And I was like, oh, you know, these guys seem to like to have the same kind of good time I like to have in video games. I checked it out, and it's like I said, I have almost 3,000 hours. I don't know what the exact number is. It's like most of them are on PlayStation 4. Last time I checked, it was 28, and that was a while ago. And I'm not gonna, it's not really a flex, but you know, I spent 3,000 hours in this video game. Thankfully, No Man's Sky came around right about when I was getting laid off for COVID. I was managing kitchens at the time, so we were the first ones to get laid off and the last ones to get called back. So I had a lovely paid vacation to play some No Man's Sky. Man. It's weird to think about how I used to play versus how I play now. Oh, I didn't scan that one. Alright, the ship's over here. We gather up some monies while we're here. Might as well get some salvage data. Salvage data sells for quite a bit. I'm gonna need some of it, but not a whole lot of it. Oh yeah, we should probably get to making the stuff I was mining this stuff for. Hydrogen. Make a life support gel. And then cobalt and ferrite makes batteries. Let's make as many of those as I can. I have to find another cave because there wasn't much cobalt in that one. It'll get me through here. Maybe I can buy some at the space station if I find some cash. Like a full stack, 1 square inventory of most materials, like all the minerals and materials, is 9,999. So don't feel like you're going to be filling up your inventory by gathering, you know, useful things along the way. You're going to want a bunch of carbon, a bunch of ferrite dust. What else? Oxygen. Yeah, just whatever you can get. I mean, you know, you can... Condensed carbon. I like condensed carbon. Condensed carbon, you can power your multi-tool with carbon or condensed carbon. It takes 80 carbon to fill it. It only takes 27 condensed carbon to fill it. And you can make 40 condensed carbon out of 80. So it's like it's almost a 50% discount. Some rocks. Give me an R. I'm giving you a fucking R, Ricky. Give me a fucking R. God, I miss that show. I'm gonna have to watch Trailer Park Boys from the start again. It's been a while. The early seasons I didn't like at first, but after you watch the whole thing and you get more context, man, the couple of early seasons of Trailer Park Boys, when they were first figuring out, were great. I mean, they don't compare to the Hash Driveway. The Hash Driveway saga. But, like... yeah. Grab some of this. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing, man. Once in a lifetime, a show like that comes around.
Extreme heat damage detected.
Wasn't paying attention. You see, a lot of people want to just like race right to the spaceship on the first planet, get in space. You know what? I bet you my ship even has a hyperdrive. I probably don't have to go through all that BS either. Yeah, give me all your pods, stingy bastard. Oh man, I just got this controller. I gotta fiddle with the dead zone settings and stuff because I am all over the place. What was that first one I marked? Was it this one or was it further away? Yeah, when you're first starting out on a new game with the tutorial on, make sure you get your, actually I don't think you can get your train manipulator going until after you get your ship fixed. I don't know, it's strange. Should do the tutorial the very first time though. Should play the game as they intended. That initial struggle is part of it. Oh yeah, see, that's something they don't teach you either. The punch jump, the punch boost, or the melee boost, or whatever they're calling it. You know, you hit the jetpack and you fly up more than forward. The right bumper is punch, and if you hit punch and then boost like immediately after, a nanosecond after, see, that wasn't too fast. You gotta be walking forward too. Man, maybe I'm not the best person to be making guides and giving advice. I just do this stuff without thinking about it. It's hard to explain sometimes. I'm gonna do my best. Anytime I realize something's a good idea, I'll definitely share it with you. I try to keep the dumb ones to myself. It's generally how I roll. It's like, I do have bad ideas, I just don't say nothing. I wonder how many critters are on this planet. 6? I got an underground one. Ah, there's an underground one. So hard to find. I do need to find a cave eventually to get some more cobalt, though. Here's some carbon that I can collect. Usually the big crystals, you need the advanced mining beam to collect. These little ones you can ding with your normal one. Some hydrogen. Man, I'm contemplating just walking past the pillar and doing a no-ship dealie here. That'd kind of defeat the purpose of trying to get to be in a space baller as soon as possible, though. If anybody actually cares and there's an interest in that, I'll do a no-ship challenge. Do another permadeath no-ship challenge. Adds a little spice to the game. Yeah, so they're probably, yeah, because my ship's already fixed, they're not going to make me walk in the storm to go get the gasket. Let's see here, rest of the iteration, whatever. Boundary separation failure, likely. Vessel emptied, caused sentinel intervention, deliberate transfer. Analysis, fresh iteration generated, anomaly containment prepared. Now, it always seems to surprise people when they get to the end of this game, but they just told you right there that you're an iteration in a simulation. Like, everyone's like, oh, don't spoil the game. It's like they just told you if you would have read that box and understood what it says. They're like, oh, you died. Well, reboot. I will do my best to not spoil the story for anybody who hasn't played the whole game yet. That's inconsequential. You should come to that conclusion halfway through it anyways. You're not paying attention. Especially if you pay attention to what all those little messages say. Yeah, see, it's not going to make me do anything. Alright, well then we're going to make some money here then. 856. And there's probably some good stuff in between. Oh, but I got the little micro jump pack, I forgot. This might take... I should fly the ship. Take forever. Oh, I hope you don't need an advanced laser to open a salvage container. I've never gotten one this early before. Like that either. Third person. Okay, right and left bumper make your terrain manipulator bigger and smaller. Bigger obviously clears more stuff away, but if you're mining, you're going to want to use the smaller setting. You get more. It takes longer, but you get more. What am I doing? There we go. Depending on what I get from this, it could be worth $1 million right there.
Protection
Torpedo launcher. What's a torpedo launcher? Oh man, I got a few parts to sell. Doesn't tell me what they're worth. Ooh, I got a storm crystal too. Man, you know, you always hear people say streamer's luck. I guess the No Man's Sky gods are out to promote their game, I guess. I'm gonna get these instead. These are probably more valuable. The No Man's Sky gods are like, hey, make it look like this game is easy. Let's give this guy doing a video everything right away. Okay, activate. Yeah, it did. Well, at least it's telling me where the space station is without having to go through the mission steps. Activated the Corvette, like, mini thing. Corvette building game there. It's like, sorry, I just have a couple of parts. I'm not ready quite yet. 39. No. I want this. 389. That's hugely different than 139. Oh, man. See, classic mistake right here, and I'm supposed to be the one being smart. Did I refill my ship boosters before I left? Alright, good. They're at 75. You want to make sure those got at least 25% boost in them before you walk away, or you're not going to be able to call your ship, and you're going to have to walk back. And early game, when I first started playing, that was pretty much like the main activity. I would, you know, attention deficit, use shiny, I'd be walking around and I'd see a nickel, be like, oh my god, what's that? Wander off, and then be like, you know, 5 miles away from my ship an hour later and not be able to call it to me. I need to dig for that. It's nice. Yeah, I can't remember what update that started. Maybe it was the world update. I can't mine those without an advanced beam. But salvage data are close enough to the surface that you don't gotta dig for a lot of them. The ones by the damaged machinery tend to be a little deeper, but the ones that you just find out in the world by themselves are like 3 inches below the dirt. Just kind of kick it around a little and you're good. These things will give you viscous fluid, slime, and stuff like that. And they do recycle into nanites, but it's not worth it. Like, the viscous fluid to nanites cycle, you gotta refine everything like 3 times. And then the conversion rate is 5 to 1. So a whole stack of slime that you spent 45 minutes refining into mold is only going to get you 2,000 nanites. It's barely worth it. There are better ways, and you know, we're in that part of the game. I'll show you. There was a period in my man, I hate having no movement upgrades. I should have took the ship. Anyway, there was a period of my No Man's Sky career, or whatever you want to call it, my history of playing No Man's Sky, where I was absolutely obsessed with farming nanites. Like, I had double farms that yielded, you know, 100,000 in an hour, easy. This is one has it. Take our opportunity here to get some more cobalt. We can make some more batteries. Cobalt and silver, that's nice. Yeah, if you don't scan an item, then you're missing out on that secondary material. It's only going to be like 1 or 2. Is it units, molecules, grams? I don't know how these elemental cargoes are measured. Like, I have 9,999 what? Pounds? Atoms? It's probably best not to ask. But my point is, you only get like 1 tritium for every however many cobalt. I get 27 cobalt. Oh, give me 5. See, here I am lying to you again. Point is, you get significantly less of the secondary item, or element, or byproduct, or whatever you want to call it. Because there's humming sacks down there. Not really worth all that much, though. I mean, if you're hard up and that's all you can find, a whole bunch of element tool pearls are alright. but we're going for millions here, not thousands. And if you stock up a little bit before you leave the first planet, you'll be very grateful for it when you get to the space station and you can just buy everything else you need. Technology module, what'd I get?
Protection falling.
I'm good. Geode. The technology module, that's strange. Is that just what they call the box those are in? Right, there it is. Alright, if we get a couple of freighter parts, or a couple of Corvette parts, I don't know why I keep calling it freighter, in here, then I think we should be pretty set. So that I can buy some uranium, so that I don't have to make stupid launch fuel all the time. With launch fuel, it uses one no matter how much your thing needs to be refueled, so it costs one launch fill to fill 25% or 100%. If we can just keep some uranium in your ship, you can load it up to full every time you stop. Never have to worry about walking because you forgot to fill your ship again. I mean, I know I'm not the only person who's done it. I've seen it in a million videos already in my watching all the old videos of people cursing having to walk all the way back to their ship. Hating the fact that they gotta keep making, oh yeah, I need to make some more of these too. I need to unload some of this crap in my ship. This is going to have to be the last one because I'm getting filled up. Saying hopefully somebody will land to sell some X-class bots, but I don't have any nanites yet. A little bit. I don't think I have enough to get an upgrade yet, though. And can we find salvage data into nanites? You get 15 apiece for them. So what would I get here? 150? No, not even. 450? 29 times 30, or 30 times 15. Yeah, 450. That could be one upgrade. We're not going to do that. I got 156 in the bank. Anything nearby worth going to grab before we split here? How close is that one? 237. Hopefully there's a nice planet in this system to build our first little base they're going to make me build on. If they still do that when you disable the tutorial. I'm pretty sure you have to because the base computer thing is still part of the game. There's like a bunch of lore in there, so you definitely still have to do that. To do that, you have to have a base. It's just not going to force me to do it here. That reminds me, is there any copper nearby? Mine some copper. Ooh, there's some copper right there. We'll get this and then we'll get the copper. Yeah, you're better off having things, you know. You're eventually going to need these materials and a lot more. Once we get established, I'll show you how to make a bunch of nanites and a bunch of money.
Protection falling.
Okay, where was that copper deposit? Right there. 309. That ain't bad at all. Use more of this. You'll eventually need this for fuel and crafting. So might as well grab it while you can. And once you have it better, once you get some upgrades for the multi-tool, it won't take so long to harvest it either. Where's the footy prints? I hear footy prints. I haven't seen a red dot in a while. Right, as I say that. So all that's left is the underground critter that I'm probably never going to find unless I stumble upon him between here and there. And I'm not running around looking in caves for one critter with no backpack or no jetpack upgrades. It'd be nice to have 1500 nanites right away, but if it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. Sometimes you get lucky in these deep gullies. They call it a cave and they'll just be walking around right out there. Pineapple Man! Guys, you're not going to want to be here for this. So you make it small. It makes a smaller hole. Oh, no free slots, are you kidding me? Should have known. I looked right at it before I did this. Alright. Some of this crap in the starship. Man, I got some good stuff here actually for it being freighter parts. Well, we'll come back to this planet and look for more here when it gets time to build a freighter. Life support. Alright. Alright, back to collecting copper. One trick I like to do on Hazard Worlds, if you climb down in here, dig yourself out a little cave, then you can sit down here and mine and not worry about the hazard in your suit going down. It's also helpful for when there's aggressive sentinels or sentinels around. Just climb down in the hole and mine and they can't see you. Because that, aside from directly attacking them, is what triggers sentinels. It's collected resources. If you kill an animal or do any mining of any kind, then it aggroes them. You can pick flowers, you can pick things up. You know, you can dig a hole and collect the salvage data in front of a sentinel, but don't you dare mine a rock or blast a tree or anything, or they'll be all over you like flies on shit. Which, on the aggressive sentinel planet, sometimes you gotta watch, because when you do the melee boost, sometimes you punch a rock or something, and that counts as mining, and it'll trigger them. I wonder if it would grow back, or if I could build a base inside of a hollowed out copper deposit. That would be pretty cool. I've never done that before. Usually the train, unless they patch that, like if you dig a hole to build a base, it will fill back in eventually. I don't know what triggers it. It'll be fine for a couple of days, and then one time you'll come back, and it'll be all full of dirt, and you'll have to mine it all out again. Man, this is a huge deposit. Copper makes chromatic metal. You need chromatic metal to make the base computer. You need to make the base computer to advance the quest. And you don't know that when you're a brand new player, so you don't know to be collecting all this stuff ahead of time, and it seems like an endless grind. But once you got it figured out, man, once you know, like you want a bunch of ferrite, a bunch of carbon. What? Oh, okay. Bunch of carbon, you're going to need some copper, you're going to want some cobalt, a little oxygen and sodium, and then from all that you can make just about everything else. I suggest picking up the concentrated carbon too, or the condensed carbon. It's better for fuel. A mining tool, or a train manipulator, this mining tool runs on ferrite dust or sand. Like when you mine, you hit dirt, it picks up silicate powder, and that's what you make concrete building parts out of. You can make glass with it, with sand, but you can also somehow fuel this laser with it. Don't ask how. I mean, it's brilliant because you can't accidentally get stuck in a cave or something where you don't know how to get out. You can just dig your way out, fuel the gun. I don't know what you'd do if you have 0 silicate powder and 0 charge on your terrain manipulator. I guess you're SOL in that situation. But what are the odds of that happening? I don't think you can punch the dirt to get silicate powder either. I don't know what you do in that circumstance. That is the one way you can screw yourself. And even then, unless you use the last little squirt of your terrain manipulator to seal a hole and seal yourself behind it, you really can't screw yourself like that. You might have to walk forever to find your way out of the maze. You get down in a cave and get lost. Normally I would get every last crumb, but it's not the most exciting thing to watch somebody do. So I think we're ready to go to outer space now. I assume that's where Artemis will contact us, since we didn't have to find their stuff. A Haiti Ufori XI-11. Alright, let's see what kind of planets we got here. Incandescent. That's fancy talk for hot. Close to this one to scan. Oh man! Yeah, we need to get some performance upgrades for the ship here too. I really like the radiant pillar. I usually do hold on to it and upgrade it just, you know, for nostalgia's sake. So that I got the OG ship in my collection. Paradise Planet. Score. Alright, where is the space station? It's gonna... They might have not marked it for me yet. Because I don't know what I'm supposed to do without there being a tutorial mission. Let's see what it wants me to do. Alone amidst the stars. Oh, I'm stuck on Corvette, that's why. There we go. Nope, not building the Corvette just yet, boys. I'm gonna sell that stuff, build them later. Go run around and look for parts so we're not stuck driving like, you know, a stack of lashed together dishwashers like some of them you see in the Anomaly. Yes, and that's wow. Never do that on PlayStation. All right, so we are to the space station. Usually this takes like 3 hours when you do the tutorial. All right, so we are going to sell all of our good stuff here. Keep that storm crystal, that's useful. Radar down, yeah. Maybe 30 salvage data is 1,000,005. 2.4 for the torpedo launchers, 1.4 for the heavy booster, 1.5 for that. Yeah, if you're lucky enough to start on a planet that's got salvage scrap on it, man, that's the way to go. Let's see here. What did we get? 9.8. That's got to be the quickest, almost $10 million I've ever had in the game. First stop to the space station. Unless you count like finding a ship and bringing it here, which I don't. Right, one of these is a boosted one. I think it's this one. Am I right? Yes, I am right. Yeah, the boosted ones give 33% boost to whatever you put in there. And that includes upgrades. Usually I'll put a jetpack upgrade here, but since I have none, that's going to have to do. Alright, so I can actually afford a different multi-tool now if there's a good one here. I know, pistol. I wish there was a rifle. We got here A-class, and it's got lots of slots, and it's got, well, no-brainer. for 157 thou. I'd have been able to afford that even if I wasn't early game ball on here. Alright. Well, let's see what it has on it. Alright. So we're going to want to put a mining tool in there. This is mining or a bolt caster. It's a bolt caster upgrade. I'm going to put the scanner here so that I can get more money for my scans, because I mean, I don't plan on getting in any kind of battles or anything. I'm just going to actually disassemble these things for the parts, because I'll get some good parts for that. Yeah, see I got some wire looms and stuff. I'm going to need those. Glass. I'm going to need glass. Nanotubes are cheap and easy. Put the silver and gold in the ship too. And they really start you out with a lot more cargo than you used to start out with in the beginning of this game, I gotta say. Like this almost isn't even restrictive. Let me put the hydrogen in the ship too, I don't need it for anything on me. Alright. How many nanites do I have? 156. Yeah, I don't have enough nanites to get anything. Ooh, but we can talk to this ghost and get some good stuff. Artemis, is that you? Have you come for me? Yeah, everybody's headset sucks in space. And then I see it. There's dried blood caked across their exosuit. So what should I do? If you pick correctly in this conversation and they give you 100 nanites that you can use to pay them to tell you where their grave is, then you get goodies that way. I think it's ask about the blood. I was in such agony. I had to save it. Please, there was no profit. You can have everything. I took it. Tell their family. Yeah, see, they gave me the 100 nanites so that I can find this guy's treasure for free. Traveler Rev. Man, should change my suit too. Well, oh, see, I'm so good I accomplished something just standing there. Alright, so maybe I'll cut it here. And I'll change my suit around and stuff. And then when we come back, we'll do the next part, which is going to be building the base on that nice planet. I'm probably going back to the original Hellhole planet to get more freighter parts, or Corvette parts, if there's none on my normal planet. So, yeah, we shall return.